PM pledges to keep Britain safe in apocalyptic speech. The Prime Minister has received a warm welcome in Manchester at a speech to the Institute of Directors, IOD. Also this lunchtime. Is Facebook's £1 billion valuation sustainable? Giggles in the Commons as Minister accidentally sits on senior colleague. And Simon Cowell puzzled by the BBC's talent show The Voice. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Thursday's Lunchtime News. The Prime Minister has received a warm welcome in Manchester at a speech to the Institute of Directors, IOD. And yet what he had to say at the times verging on apocalyptic, he began by warning the audience that we are living in perilous times, but that he promised to keep Britain safe. David Cameron said that he was well on the way to leading the country to better times. To do this, though, he said that they would stick the course. We must resist dangerous voices calling on us to retreat. We cannot blow the budget on more spending and more debt, he said. But the PM knows so much of this fate is tied up in the Eurozone. If it unravels on the knock-on effects of the UK will be extremely serious. That's why promising to keep the people safe is some commitment. He made no apology for offering countries in the Euro advice. But really, what does it matter to them what the British Prime Minister thinks? This speech wasn't for Germany, France or Greece. It was his British audience and in particular business. Those whom I spoke to at the IOD welcomed what he said. They told that he felt the best man to lead the country at the time was to see us through the difficulties. The only criticism came from one businessman who said he felt the government's rhetoric was too anti-business. This afternoon, David Cameron will have a video conference call with the likes of Angela Merkel and Francois Hollande. I will doubt they'll have too much time for him, but the Prime Minister has already made his point. The hype and hysteria about Facebook as it prepares for its share sell-off is extraordinary. It looks like the price of the firm is to set will value it at over $100 billion, £63 billion. But can it be really worth that much? 1 in 13 people in the world are signed up to the site. That is a lot of eyeballs who are hugely valuable to Facebook. Facebook, like other successful internet firms, makes its money through advertising to their members. They claim that revenue will only grow and grow. But does it really work? GM Motors have frantically chosen to stop advertising on the site. It's just one big company skeptical about whether advertising on the site is truly effective. Unlike Google Ads, where the value is based on the fact that consumers are searching for a product or service deliberately, Facebook ads are based on your profile. So if the site knows you are a female and of a certain age, ads might pop up about diet products, even if you have absolutely no interest whatsoever in losing weight. The question is if, in the long term, that kind of advertising can really be the money spinner that a price tag for Facebook of $100 billion suggests. In the short term, it's likely that the share price will soar, but in the long term, it is not clear if that kind of value can be sustained. A Lib Dem MP had a fit of giggles today after a government minister inadvertently sat on his senior colleague after answering a question at the dispatch box. Tessa Mond had take a few moments to compose herself amid protracted laughter from around the chamber after witnessing the comical moment involving Energy Minister Charles Hendry and Energy Secretary Edward Davey. The pause prompted Commons Speaker John Bercow to say, "We look forward to hearing the Honourable Lady." She eventually replied, "Thank you very much indeed, sir," before asking a question relating to Hinkley Point C nuclear power station. Mr. Hendry made light of the error and joked, "Mr. Speaker, the humour was because I inadvertently sat on the Secretary of State, which shows our commitment to work seamlessly together in this coalition." Commenting on the spectacle as he was called to speak by Mr. Bercow, Shadow Energy Minister Tom Greatex said, "Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I will endeavour not to accidentally sit on either of my front bench colleagues this morning." And finally, this lunchtime, Simon Cowell has criticised talent shows that are a bad copy of The X Factor. The TV and music mogul also said he is puzzled by BBC One's talent show The Voice. In an interview for Radio 4's Today programme, Cowell said, "I see a lot of shows trying to rip us off, and you can't do that. If you try and rip somebody off, it always looks like a bad copy." Asked if he was talking about The Voice, which has been pitched against Britain's Got Talent in the schedules, he laughed and said that the show puzzles me because it starts off by saying, right, it's all about The Voice. So my first thought is why it is not on the radio. What is the point of looking at them? He added that the show, which features Jessie J and Sir Tom Jones as coaches, was the same as The X Factor. They've got dancers behind them, they've got graphics, lights, same show. Cowell also admitted he had worried about the future of his shows at one point when they failed to find creditable acts. He said that 2 or 3 years ago, with the exception of Leona Lewis, he was getting nervous. Cowell also described himself as lucky, hard-working, and weird, saying that "I think this business does make you a little bit odd." And that's it this lunchtime. I'm back with the GAP evening news. The national weather forecast follows next, but from all of us, for now, bye-bye, and have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.